Hello horror fans, here I am again with another one of my random videos. Thought for this one we'd have a bit of a change of pace and take a look at my killer crocodile movie. So, first up, now this is the film Alligator. Yes, okay, I know alligators aren't exactly crocodiles, but you know, they're the same thing. Yes, as I say, very fun film from the early 80s. It was written by the same guy that wrote The Howling. What's the guy's name? John Sayles. Yeah, very good film. It's got Robert Foster in as a detective who's trying to work out who's been chopping up and killing sanitation workers because they've been finding all bits in the city's sewage plant. Yeah, as I say, fun film. Turns out to be this 30-foot alligator that's living down the sewers, and right at the end it breaks out, and there's a hilarious scene where it devours an entire party of wedding guests at this reception. So, yeah, very fun film, quite gory in places too. This is the 2-disc special edition from Anchor Bay UK. It's also got the not-so-good sequel Alligator 2 The Mutation on here. Now, that one came out in the early 90s, and to be honest with you, there's hardly any alligator in it. You know, most of the film, it's about this detective played by Joseph Bologna, who's investigating this ruthless property developer who's trying to boot these immigrants out of the houses so he can redevelop the area. I don't know, just right at the very end the alligator pops up and starts devouring the people at this party he's throwing. So essentially it's a retread of the first, but a lot of nonsense about this business tycoon in it. I don't know, it just seemed to lose its way, but it's a pity really, because the second film did actually have quite a good cast. Stephen Rell's back, who's been in quite a few horror films. He was in it as the chief bad guy. Richard Lynch, who's been a bad guy in a lot of horror and action films, he's in it. Kane Hodder puts in a brief appearance, and so does D. Wallace Stone. But yeah, the second film very, very bad, very boring. But if you want to see it, as I say, get this 2-disc edition from Anchor Bay UK, because you won't have to worry about getting the second one then. As I say, the first one definitely worth a look. Right. Now this one. This is the film Killer Crocodile. This was an Italian movie that came out in the late 80s and was directed by Italian producer Fabrizio De Angelis, who you may know worked on a lot of Fulci's earlier horror films. Again, very cheap, very cheesy, very cheerful. I think it's set in the Philippines or South America, although that being said it's full of American actors. But there's some giant crocodile going around snacking on the locals and, you know, tourists and stuff like that. It's a hilariously good movie. This thing's, you know, devouring boatloads of people and stuff. Pretty stupid, but if you like cheesy Italian B movies, you'll get a kick out of this, definitely. This is the Japanese DVD. I got this a few years back because this was the only way at the time you could see this one on disc. I believe there is either a Dutch or an Austrian disc out now, or an Italian disc or something that you can get, so that one might be easier to get hold of, because I know Japanese discs cost a fortune on import. But yeah, good fun film. It's got the trailer on here too, but that's about it. Special effects were by Gennetto De Rossi, who you may know also worked on all of those Italian films, so if you love cheesy Italian films, you know, I'd give it a shot. Also, this is Killer Crocodile 2, the sequel. Again, more good fun. This one was directed by the special effects guy, Gennetto De Rossi. It's essentially just more of the same, really. Robert Croc going around upturning boats and eating nuns and school kids and stuff like that. Bloody hilarious. But, again, if you can get hold of it, I'd give it a bash. Now, this one. This is the film Crocodile, and this was by old Toby Hooper, who, as you know, did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Seems he's had a bit of a fall from grace since his early days, but this is actually a pretty good film. As far as, you know, cheesy teen flicks go, bunch of kids on a boating holiday out in some South Carolina lake upset some giant crocodile, which proceeds to start eating them and chasing them across the country. Pretty good fun. Yeah. I did read somewhere this was started out as a sort of sequel to the film he did earlier, Death Trap or Eaten Alive. I mentioned that one in my Video Nasties clip, but that one was about a murderous hotel owner who liked to feed his guests to his crocodile. This one was apparently supposed to be about his pet crocodile after it got loose, snacking on people, but I think that plot line was dropped and made as a standalone film, but it's pretty good fun. It also spawned a sequel, Crocodile 2 Death Roll. Now, Toby didn't direct this one. I think it was by Gary Jones or someone. Yeah, I don't know what he's done, but anyway, this is more of the same basically. In this one, some guys hijack a plane which crashes in some swamp just outside of Acapulco, and the hijackers and the hostages are trying to make it to land whilst being chased around by another giant crocodile. Not a bad movie. Martin Cove, who you may remember was Detective Isabecki in Cagney and Lacey, he's in this as a drunken chopper pilot. He was also in Last House on the Left and some of those Karate Kid films. They've got at least one semi-name actor in this film anyway. But yeah, not a bad movie if you like cheesy flicks. You know, I'd give it a whirl. Lastly now, this one. This is The Big Alligator River by Italian director Sergio Martino. Now this is the US disc from No Shame. As I say, pretty good film, and this is a pretty good release as well. This one's also known as The Great Alligator. Let's see, yes, got Claudio Castellini in, and who's a regular in a lot of these old Italian films, and Ringo Starr's Mrs. Barbara Bach. Basically, Castellini's flown out to this hotel in some indeterminate jungle somewhere to take pictures and help promote the place. But unfortunately there's some giant alligator living nearby that starts to attack the hotel and eat the guests and stuff. It's pretty stupid. I mean, you can see that it's obviously a rubber crop, because as it's swimming through the water you can see it's being pulled on a cord and its legs aren't moving, so it's pretty stupid. But as I say, it's good fun. Oh yeah, Richard Johnson from Zombie Flesh Eaters is in this, and so is Mel Ferrer, who was in a lot of Italian films like Nightmare City. If you're old enough, you might remember him from that dreadful American show Falcon Crest. But yeah, this is pretty good fun. This, as a US disc, it's got the trailer on here and an interview with Sergio Martino. So yeah, this is a pretty good release. My only complaint about this disc though was the default language on this is Italian. So before you start to watch it, you have to go into your settings and select the English language before you start watching. But other than that, it's a pretty good release. Martino, as you know, did Mountain of the Cannibal God. But, yeah, definitely another fun film. Well, that's it for this one. I'm going to post this up and you tell me what you think. As always, big shout out to Topper Cat and Jerry's boyfriend, and all those of you who have left me messages and sent me emails and stuff asking me to post more. Hope you enjoy this, so I'll post this up and I'll see you next time. Later, dudes.